I thought the last video was my last video of the day, my previous part, but it was wrong. Now have 100 stars. 20 more stars to go. And yes, I'm gonna feed another Hungry Luma so that I don't get 9,999 Starbits again. But first, we're doing the Cosmic Comet of this so that I would see if that was what I needed to unlock that galaxy. I know I said I was gonna do that last, but it's starting to drive me crazy, so I have to do this now. I was going to do the Purple Comet of the Deep Dark, but I might as well just do this now. Cosmic Mario Forest Race. I'm hoping to do one of the Purple Comet missions. This is my form of the hardest Cosmic Comet in the game. The Sea Slide wasn't that hard to me, but I still claim this to be one of the hardest. We already knew this. There was a certain bee that gave you a hint that you can have a head start. No, there wasn't. But I am not going to be able to do that head start. This is the final Cosmic Comet. And I was hoping to do this last, but I'm going to do it now. Gosh darn it, I don't know how to do that head start. I'm having an easy time, my word. I said that it was hard, but yet I'm having an easy time with it. And that was because I was prepping myself for the hard part. I already did it. That was crazy. I did not expect to do that flawlessly. That was an epic speedrun there. It was a bit of a slowdown, but it was still epic. My 101st star was going to be the buoy base galaxy, but I decided on that being my 101st, and I don't regret it. There was no new galaxy? How do I unlock that galaxy? I've completed every other galaxy. And why am I not claiming this upcoming... Yep, there it is. Beware of Bouldergeist. Why am I not claiming that boss as the hardest? That's technically because I've had worse times with Kamella than I've had with Bouldergeist. Call me dumb. But I'm not stupid nor dumb. I've always had a hard time with Kamella more than Bouldergeist. This toad says, Luigi was kidnapped by the monster that lives there. Yep, now we finally get to see Luigi's captor. And yet, you would know it's a ghost. Because it's classic Luigi. Come at me. Yes! I was hoping I wouldn't lose that. I missed. Won't miss again. Oh, whoops, I forgot about these enemies. These are also new enemies that we've not seen until now. Never mind about the final enemy being the Cheep that was new. This is actually the final new enemy, which is known as a Bombu. Bombus, if you look at them, they don't do anything. But if they hit you, they explode, just like bombs would. Shake the Joy-Con or press Y to spin Bombus. When they hit something, they go boom. Like that. Now, here's a secret. Don't use the launch star. There are secrets over here, which is nothing, just that corner. Ah, that was a starbit block. This is another instance of a sling pod. Not gonna bother with that Goomba in a jack-o'-lantern suit. But I am gonna make him fall down the cliff. Nailed it. I'm gonna feed a hungry Luma after this. Nailed it. Not gonna get the coin because I don't need it. Polestar chips. Showing the speedrun strat of this. Because it's really simple to do. Here's one of the fun planets. You can actually land right there, and there's a one-up inside that bouncy place too. But I can do this without the bouncy. If you actually go too far off from when you do the long jump, I hate calling it that, then you actually fail the level. Even though I think there was one time where if you don't launch off in the right way from the launch star, you also fail the level. And it's so funny when you do that, but I don't know how you do it because it's really complex timing. Now here comes the epic boss battle of Bouldergeist. I'm trying to get to the center because he will always warp here. And there was a star in the center, which is obviously meaning that you get to see the star. Now you can actually shoot these rocks and they pop. Ha, I said it. Pop. But I love this boss theme. I'm not going to turn off my commentary. I'll do that for another boss that has that same thing. It's just because I love when it's the vulnerable theme. It's so fun to listen to. The way I got stuck in my head is Super Mario 3D Land's castle theme. This is the hardest part. Here's my question. People say this is the hardest boss in the game. Why did they not think that the boss in the engine room that I'm not going to spoil is for the hardest boss? It sort of makes sense, but yet I still don't get it. Because I don't really think this boss is the hardest. I think he's the second hardest, if anything. And one of the bosses as well that I don't want to spoil any of it. King Caliente in the engine room is also the second hardest. Well, third hardest. But I don't really think this boss is that hard, surprisingly. I would think that, if anything, one of the Dino Piranhas, yes I am saying that, but not saying what, is the hardest boss in the game. Or if anything, Kamella in the Daredevil Bash is the hardest, but not Bouldergeist, because like I said, I failed more from Kamella than I did with Bouldergeist. And that's why I'm claiming Kamella to be the hardest boss in the game. Because she is so complex with her attacks. Save! I almost said scave. What are the comets? Daredevil Comet in the Deep Dark Galaxy. At which I will do because the other purple comets are timed. So I'm going to do the Deep Dark Daredevil Bash. Because, yep, it's against Kamella. And that will be my nightmare. Cutting until I make it to her. Because it's literally the same mission. Just that is in the Daredevil run. The only difference is you spawn right at the ship. And yeah, I could use the flying star, but I'm saving that for way later. After I do the Daredevil Comet mission for this, I'm doing the final mission of this galaxy as well, and hope that I get to the Purple Comet mission of Deep Dark as well. Because I already battled Bouldergeist. And I already battled Kamella, but I want to battle her again. Basically wanting to battle her and Bouldergeist, since that is what you get to do here. Because the only other boss I have not fought is in the Melty Molten Galaxy, and in the galaxy that I cannot spoil because, yet again, it's something we have not seen. And I don't remember the name of it either, so even if I said I could spoil it, I don't remember the name. I just remember the boss of that galaxy. Here we go with the hardest boss in the Daredevil Bash. It's not that hard, it is to me! I failed against this boss a lot, and I've took 2 hits from this gal, so that's why I'm thinking it's gonna be a nightmare. Oh my word, I was close. The worst thing is, I should have just went under the ship first. I love the theme though. It's so wacky. Alright, so here comes the hard part. Her summoning her lackeys. Be careful with that one. Oh my word, I actually did it. I defeated every Magikoopa before she was on her second phase. Even though that's also bad because you could just resummon them. I thought that she was gonna summon the shell! She's so unpredictable! Really? How did that not work? Oh, screw that. Oh, dang it, that's not shell. How did that... I didn't see that coming. That was invisible in my eyes. Can't even hit her robe. That would still hurt you. Whoa, that was close. Ah, the barrier's fault. What? I spun. I pressed Y. Come on. That's twice. That was twice in a row. And that's insane RNG. Imagine if it happens again, because I swear that's rare for her to do. Like, every time she does in the first try, that's always like a rare occurrence. I missed! Oh my god! It's also that Shelly only exists in Mario Kart for my part. Good, it was Fireball, so I was hoping it wasn't Shell. I gotta have to deal with that now. Freaking gosh darn it. So the only way I can cope with this boss is for me to try to make Magikoopa do that spell. Ah! Nailed that. I'm trying to make sure that Kamella goes like that, and for Magikoopa to miss, it can go way too high. Doesn't work sometimes. Am I done? Finally! My freaking word! And no, that did not take as long as the purple coin mission in Sea Slide. Took shorter, but still took me way too long. I should have done that after one loss. 9966. Very ironic. I don't know if that's gonna be my thumbnail, but I'm certain it won't be. That boss was so Ridiculous. Like, how is that not the hardest boss? I failed more against... Yeah, I said already, but it's true. I failed more against her than in every other boss fight. And I failed more against her than I've ever failed any other Comet mission. That's the stupid thing. That Devil Comet, I failed like 8 times, and that's more than maybe even any other time I failed a Comet mission. Other than the Purple Comet missions. That is so freaking insane. Anyways, now we're doing the final mission of the Deep Dark Galaxy, which is actually another hard one. But when is it not? Guppy in the Underground Lake. This is gonna be insane, like I said before. Now we get to see these eel guys, but that's meant to be for a Hungry Luma mission as well, for you seeing those insane things. And yes, they're called eels, even though they're not even eels, they are just fish. Nice meat. That's your meat. Oh, you get to see the watermelons no matter what. That guppy guy is scary. No, my meat! My roast is toast! I just spotted Guppy in the underground lake. That mean Guppy is down below. But I fear no fish. So he is afraid of that mean guy, even though he's not even that scary, he's just a bully. I'm gonna try to get 33 star bits. Please, you gotta run Guppy right out of here. Huh. Never mind about getting 33 star bits. I almost hit that guy. 32? What? You again? You've got to be kidding me. You want to run me out of this lake? You got to get through all 8 rings. Yep, he's very annoyed. This ring mission is actually really tough. I failed this mission when I was a kid. That's how tough it is. And yes, you can activate that hidden mission no matter what. It's not really that bad now, but it used to be so hard that I failed this mission a lot. And this shell is very slow, but I can still catch up to this guy. Like, there is such thing as being too far behind. If you pass that ring, because you see the 4, then you actually fail the mission. Where is it? Oh, right there. Ah, dang it! Yeah, if that disappeared, you would have failed. If you fail the mission, then you lose your extra life. Alright, I'm a fish of my word. Take this. The sort of good thing is, you saw Guppy in the ending for the... Well, yeah, you saw Guppy in the ending where he was at Princess Peach's Castle River, and that was his perfect place. And there was no way he was leaving that. 9998. That is so funny. But I'm gonna feed a hungry Luma before I go onward because it's cost and insurance. Whatever it is. Then I'm doing a Comet mission that I'm hoping is the Daredevil Comet mission in Deep Dark. I've done that already. Daredevil Comet mission in the Ghostly Galaxy. I'm looking at the map first. It is good. I'm doing that then. Then I'm gonna end the video. And in the next video we are going to do the buoy based galaxy. That along with some other comet mission. Oh, right, I'm feeding this guy. I don't even have to worry about avoiding him. Her, or whatever. The Drip Drop Galaxy. That will be the introduction of those weird eel things that I swear aren't eels. Daredevil Comet. Battling Bouldergeist in the Daredevil Bash. Bouldergeist's Daredevil Run. Now, the funny thing is, in the next video, I'm going to do a Purple Comet mission first. Then, I'm going to battle against the final boss of which we have not seen yet. Then do another Comet mission. And then see what's going on. Because I'm very confused about how to unlock the last galaxy of the engine room. That's still the galaxy we have not seen. Like I said, this is going to be really easy. Nailed it. Darn it. I'm gonna have an easy time against this. Darn it, I'm gonna just... Huh! One arm. My freaking word. That's funny. Nailed it! The rest is cake. Like I said, the Kamella boss was the one I failed the most in. That was not that hard in my part because I knew how to avoid the arms. You all are annoyed with me now. I can bear it. Well then, that is going to be it for us. I'm going to save again, but first I'm going to switch to comets for the Hungry Luma and hope that the Purple Comet mission of the Deep Dark Galaxy is going to be there. Because otherwise, I'm going to have to cope with battling against the final boss of the thing you already know about. So, I think it's only Purple Comets now that I have left. So it's Gusty Garden, Dreadnought, gosh darn, I was hoping for one of these two, and Ghostly. So, no matter what, I'm going to have to cope with doing one of these Purple Comet missions, and guess what? The first Purple Comet mission I'm doing is actually Dreadnought, and I'm going to try to collect only one purple coin in that one first. So it's going to be this galaxy, then one of these two, because I know that I have that left. But what I'm doing for missions is I'm doing Purple Comet here, Buoy Base because it's overdue, then one of these Purple Comets hoping it's Deep Dark, then the final mission of Melty Molten, and then that Purple Comet. Because then the only other Purple Comet missions I have left are the timed ones.